What's happening, everybody? Let us know when you can see us and hear us. We should be live on the tube.
Lori, Dr. Bean, Isaac, how you doing? Chris with a K, Aaron,
You guys seeing us?
Suzanne, everybody's here.
What's happening, folks? I'm going to stop saying how's everybody doing.
Not great, Bob.
Not great, Bob. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. I'm sweating like a whore in church over here. It's hot today. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that inappropriate? All right. What's the news, people? What's the haps? Where's everybody coming from? Why don't you guys share where you are for anybody new here? We can show our where our crew's coming from here. Mississippi. It's got to be hot there, right? If I'm hot in California, it's got to be hot there.
Yeah, fuck that, man.
Do you mean disgusting as in hot, or just disgusting, just generally disgusting? Yeah, Laura, they canceled Kimmel. I got a little video I'm going to play for you guys for that. Wiseacre could not make it tonight. He's, as you can imagine, very stressed. He's working very hard to get out of Ohio, to get his kids out of Ohio. So I think that is his priority. So he's working on that and had some stuff lined up tonight. He was sad he couldn't make it. Said to say hello. So hello from Wiseacre. Hello, Wiseacre, if you're out there. Oh, thank you, Raymond. Appreciate that. Let's let this party begin. That's right.
This a party?
It's a party. It is a party. It's weird, Raymond. I see your chat over there in the other window, but I don't see it here. Oh, there it is. Raymond Barry, thank you, sir. Aaron, how's it going? Chris, Yogi, Lori. Gang's all here. Gang is all here. And the fire hose of absolute shit is here too, with us always.
Mm-hmm.
So some of you might be streaming in on YouTube Shorts. Welcome. You get the vertical version. You can't see the chat on the phone. I don't know. Maybe YouTube's showing you the chat, but you can't see it on our window. And I'm going to fire up the TikTok live here.
The ticky-tacky.
The ticky-tack live. The problem child. I want to do a poll about TikTok later.
I'm good, Dr. Bean. It was minor. Only a few days of discomfort.
Let me see here. Give me a second, people, while I get the ticky-tack set up. Hawk can entertain you. As entertaining as he is.
Yeah.
You know how enthusiastic Hawk is on
Australia.
our lives, people.
I'm cranky today, man.
You're always cranky on the live.
I mean, ABC taking Jimmy Kimmel off is a whole new level, man.
It really is.
CBS canceled Stephen Colbert because they had business in front of the government. That was about money.
Right.
This is about capitulating. This is obeying in advance, 100%.
But this is ultimately about money too, right?
that Colbert was about a specific transaction
Right.
that needed government approval. This is not that. There was absolutely nothing compelling ABC to do this.
Because they had the merger going, right?
Right. ABC did this because they wanted to appease Donald Trump. Period.
Right.
An authoritarian, and we are now a police state.
Yeah. We are indeed. All right. What's going on with the TikTok chat? Yeah, it's sobering, man. It's I don't even know. I'm just kind of in shock, you know. I think, well, you know what? You want to test our little thing here and play a clip?
Yeah.
See if it works. All right. Let's see.
We're trying out new technology, people.
Trying out new technology. You guys are guinea pigs. Any of you watching on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, you're not going to be able to see this. I didn't have time to set all that up, but you can just sit back and relax. And Hawk, you got to tell me if you can hear this too.
We have breaking news. ABC has just announced here that they will be preempting the very well-known show Jimmy Kimmel Live indefinitely. That's confirmed by ABC, and it comes at a very tense time with many of the issues we've been covering tonight. There was a backlash on the right because Jimmy Kimmel, after the Charlie Kirk shooting, made the statement that he viewed, quote, new lows with the MAGA gang desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and with every...
So Hawk, the point you made earlier, so first of all, tell me if you guys can hear that out there in YouTube land. You made that point earlier that a Fox News anchor can talk about unaliving homeless people involuntarily, but Jimmy Kimmel can't say whatever it is, benign things he said.
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel or Brian Kilmeade on Fox News on Monday said that we should, hey, there's TikTok folks.
Oh, the TikTok people heard the audio. That's cool.
Brian Kilmeade said on Monday on Fox News, I think on their morning show, that homeless people should be involuntarily receive lethal injection, and then he said, just kill them. And he had to apologize for that, but he was just like, yeah, I'm sorry about that, and that was that. What Jimmy Kimmel said was nothing, and ABC has pulled him off the air.
So, yeah.
And countless other Fox News hosts have called for war against everybody in this country who disagrees with them politically. It's like, fuck these people, man.
Yeah.
And fuck Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And fuck Stephen Miller.
Yeah, Essence has it right here. Turn off your TVs, man. Yeah, this is going to be, we're going to have a pretty big boycott coming up. I mean, Disney's got to be boycotted, right? That's like, what is that, 100 companies or something?
Yeah.
Anyways, let me play the rest of this.
Anything they can
Jackie
to
TV
score
is right.
political points from it, end quote. I've just read part of what Jimmy Kimmel had said, which includes what sounds like an inaccurate reference to the shooter. We've followed, of course, that case closely on this broadcast. Andrew Weissman, DOJ and FBI veteran, is here with me. And I kind of want to start with saying this is a pretty big piece of news when you look at the backlash or punishment of speech, something we've been covering. Right. Also, I would say in a news broadcast, if that were on ABC, you would be probably expected to issue corrections or deal with any material that, deliberately or not, over time became inaccurate, right? I don't actually have the exact date of that statement.
Yeah, so we don't have to watch the whole thing, but, you know, it's interesting. Somebody made the point here, Kimmel has a contract. Like, how are they going to handle that? Are they literally like saying the cost of the contract is not significant compared to the cost of defying this administration?
Yeah. Let me look up here.
Because that's yeah, Chris, I'm with you. I'm afraid it's just the beginning as well. Yeah, they're coming hard for the First Amendment. That's what I'm getting. And who knows what kind of backroom discussions
I
were had.
mean, he's got another year and a half on his contract, and they pay him $24 million a year.
Yeah, so they're
Kimmel.
just, but these companies are settling frivolous lawsuits for tens of millions of dollars. They're just calling it a price, right?
Yeah.
It's insane, man. Kate Tweel says, I miss David Letterman. I do too.
You and me both, man.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. Yeah, and the homeless encampments in Minnesota. That was after the Fox News thing, right?
Yeah.
John Oliver still standing. That's a good question. He is, right?
And Seth Meyers.
And Seth Meyers for now. But for how long, right? I mean, how long are we going to... What are you looking at? You got raccoon in there?
Does CBS have a late night host?
I don't know. Look on the Google.
Oh,
I'm not a TV person, so...
That was Colbert.
Oh, that was Colbert, yeah, so he's down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Colbert, Kimmel, Fallon.
It's madness, man.
I mean, is Jimmy Fallon still on the air? 2 down, 2 to go.
That's right. It's crazy, man. Totally crazy. It's scary, man. I mean, hey, we got another Columbus, Ohio person on the Tiki Talk. It's going by too fast. I can't catch you. That's right. We're coming to Columbi. Damn, this chat's going bonkers, people. It's like fucking crazy.
South Park's still gonna air new episodes.
They are. Well, that's a costly contract, right? To cancel that one.
Oh, it's over $1 billion.
That's not a subtle amount of money.
No, they renewed a contract for over $1 billion right before this current season started, and the first 2 or 3 episodes were filled with Donald Trump's small penis and him fucking Satan.
Oh my God, we got a lot of Ohio people in here. So Jackie says, how much longer until they shut you down? Well, that's a YouTube thing, right? I mean, it's got to be a matter of time, right? I mean, this is crazy, man. Totally crazy. But, you got to keep something in the news other than the Epstein files, right? Man. What's your take on Hawk on this? Like, where do you think they're going to land with the Supreme Court on the First Amendment stuff? Like, first of all, what's going to be the thing that makes it to them? And what do you think they're going to do?
It's not going to be anything from ABC.
No. But what do you think it's going to be?
Or CBS.
No, I mean, the mainstream media is capitulating. They're surrendering in advance, right?
At every opportunity.
So it's going to be...
I don't know.
I mean, if it's not going to be that, it's going to be,
Well, the first thing So the Trump administration has not appealed any of the executive orders that he issued against law firms. There were 4 law firms that fought back. They all got permanent restraining orders. The Trump administration has not appealed any of those yet. So those would still have to go through the appellate level before they got to the Supreme Court. But the lower courts all wrote very forceful First Amendment based decisions.
Right. So, but they're certainly going to appeal that, right? They're gonna kick something to the Supreme Court at some point.
They've kicked all kinds of shit to the Supreme Court.
But I'm talking about First Amendment specific, you know.
Not that I know of.
Because they need those guys to weigh in and say, yeah, you can officially censor people or punish people.
They don't want the Supreme Court to weigh in on that because that's cut and dry even for this Supreme Court. Hippie meets hood. You are correct. My brother is absolutely adorable.
Jesus. Thanks, man. God damn. I'm fucking. Somebody said, "Did Falcon get his hairs cut?" Yes, I did. Shit was out of hand.
I'm almost due for one. Hand.
Yeah, Blue Jean says, "I trust SCOTUS with nothing." I'm with you. So, well, let's talk about that for a minute. Are you going to get your hairs cut before we go to Ohio? Before you see?
That's the plan. I keep forgetting to make an appointment.
What's this going to look like?
I'm just getting it trimmed and shaped. The mullet is staying.
How do you trim and shape what you got going on?
I guess we'll find out.
Do you have... we got a violation for harassment and bullying on our TikTok live.
Violation on TikTok?
Yeah, for harassment and bullying. It's all that bullying we've been doing.
I wish TikTok would just get its shit together and permanently ban me.
I wish they would too. Yeah, maybe it was.
John
I was
says
bullying.
That liberals are killing America.
All right, John.
So
well, that should make you happy, right?
It's good to see that we have at least one incel in the comments.
I think I was bullying your mullet, and that's why we got the violation.
Well, I also used the F word in direct relation to multiple members of the Trump administration. Maybe it was that.
I don't know, man. All right, we got mullet power. Mullet bullying is a way to get banned from TikTok. Who knew? So
that's right, Elizabeth. Save the mullet.
I have another.
Raven's fine with the mullet.
I have another.
Raven's fine with the mullet. She's looking forward to running her fingers through it when I'm back in Ohio. I'm actually looking forward to that too.
Speaking of bullying, I have another clip that's kind of fun to watch. Let me see if I can get this one. This is with little Kash Patel. Hey, the crowd says we love mullets in Australia.
Nice.
I remember seeing some mullets when I was in Australia. As a badge of honor, if I remember right. All right, here's the. Let me see if I can get this one here. You people on the vertical formats are going to have to just... This is a fun little clip of Kash Patel.
Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name is in the Epstein files? Yes or no?
Why don't you try spelling it out?
Yes
if you're
or no, Director?
Use the alphabet.
Yes or no?
No? A, B, C,
Director,
D, E, F?
It sounds like you don't want to tell us. Did you tell the Attorney General that Donald Trump's name was in the Epstein files?
Fucking joke,
Why don't you try serving your constituency by focusing on reducing violent crime in this country and the number of pedophiles that are legally harbored in your sanctuary cities in California? I'll work with you on that.
Okay, so this reminds me of like the kind of argument, Hawk, you and I used to have when we were like 6 or 7.
Right.
And somebody would have to come in and like break it up. And I mean, is that just absolutely...
Oh, there's somebody in the comments who loves Kash Patel.
Oh, who is it? I will have to. I have to see this.
I lost it. You'll have to scroll up.
How can somebody love Kash Patel?
It's very common amongst people who didn't get enough oxygen in the birth canal when they were born.
Hey, now that's bullying. I mean, it's just this guy's the director of our FBI, man. It's just, I have no words. But more importantly, my little video thing is working, and people on TikTok can hear it.
Yes, it is. That's amazing, man. I'm very excited about this.
Good night, Zelda.
I'm very excited about this.
Glad you could make it for a moment.
Good night, Zelda.
I keep coming over here to TikTok to check if we're getting banned or booted.
Wait a minute.
Rufus, what's up? Somebody, did you see the video? Was it, maybe you sent it to me, the video of the TikTok where somebody said Kash Patel has a permanent look on his face, like somebody stuck their finger in one of his orifices.
I love this picture too. I got it just because it's such an amazing rock and roll photo. That's the Pretenders on their very first U.S. tour, like in 1980 or something.
Okay, so we have
just such a great photograph.
I have another fun thing to show. Let's see here. Let me get this set up. So we had a beef. Somebody had a beef with you, Hawk, about
Yeah.
that your camera angle was no longer showing your rush photo. And I thought that was pretty valid.
I didn't change it.
No, but I think it's cut off a little bit. Like, you know, your camera maybe used to be tilted up a little bit more or something. I think it's, you know what it is? People who are used to seeing your TikTok videos. They're used to seeing the vertical.
You can usually see it in my TikTok videos.
That's what it is. So I wanted to highlight a comment from a YouTube video, one of your YouTube videos here that I thought was pretty profound.
Okay.
And I just want you to weigh in on this and let me know your thoughts. Let me put that up here. Do you have anything to say about that? And for those of you on TikTok, the comment says, Hawk, you eat corn the long way. Do you care to comment on that? Or
that's amazing, man.
First of all, is it true?
I eat corn the long way. I mean, this will probably get us another violation on TikTok, but it's just like straight white guys who support Donald Trump spend more time thinking about gay sex than gay people do.
We're going to get banned, man. We're going to get banned.
They just do. They're so obsessed with it.
Does anybody in the audience eat corn the long way?
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty good. I was happy to see that.
That's highly amusing.
It was highly amusing. Welcome all our Canadians. I'm a little jealous of all of you at the moment. So yeah, Wiseacre's not coming. He's got stuff to do. Pretty much. So I'll play another video here that I thought was very interesting. I stole a couple videos from the Bulwark here.
Cool.
Regarding, well, let me get it set up. The hearing with the CDC director giving testimony.
That was, I watched a bunch of that this morning. That was such a shit show, man.
It was hard to watch, I know.
Hey, thank you, Raymond Barry. Some of the Republican senators in that hearing are just shockingly stupid. Like Mark Wayne Mullen.
I mean, it's just
Tommy Tuberville, just unimaginably dumb.
I mean, here's the thing, man. It's like, I think it's beyond time to stop pretending that these are serious people. And that's something that's like annoyed me for a long time now, is that they say something and then people pretend they're serious people, and then they quote them, and then they create this dialogue around what they said. They're not serious people. I mean, none of them are. That clip I just showed of Kash Patel is proof of that. And I think it's one of the things we can stop doing is pretending that they're serious. They're just like attention-seeking, talking point. You know, they just barf this stuff out constantly, and it's so annoying to me. Allie from Australia, welcome, Allie. So I'm going to play this clip of for a second here.
I was fired for holding the line on scientific integrity, but that line does not disappear with me. It now runs through every parent deciding whether to vaccinate a child, every physician counseling a patient, and every American who demands accountability. I want to end where I began with my confirmation hearing. I spoke then about the value of hard work, paying my own way through college, and my lifelong dedication to science and public health. On August 25th, I could have stayed silent, agreed to the demands, and no one would have known.
See, that to me is chilling. Like that part right there, like a different person in this position would have we would not have known about this, right? They would have been like, hey, I want to keep my job. Okay, I'll just play along, and this whole thing just happens kind of under the rug, more or less.
The public would have seen where scientists dismissed without cause and vaccine protections quietly eroded, all under the authority of a Senate-confirmed director with unimpeachable credentials. I could have kept the office, the title, but I would have lost the one thing that cannot be replaced, my integrity.
Yeah. We need more people who have integrity. Holy shit. Thanks, Aaron. Google, YouTube signed a $45 million advertising contract with Israeli Prime Minister. Yeah.
Well, advertising is one word for it. It's a propaganda contract.
It's not, I don't call that advertising anymore. Yeah, we already heard about Jimmy Kimmel. We played a little clip from that. So, you watched some of this hearing this morning, right, Hawk?
Yeah. I did.
Takeaways, thoughts?
I mean, I don't... The only thing I know about this doctor was that she was handpicked for this position by Donald Trump with RFK Jr.'s approval. They had spoken before she had been nominated. And, you know, excuse me.
Wake up.
And RFK Jr. just thought that she was going to go along with whatever he wanted her to do. And she was like, no, I'm not doing that.
I mean, that's kind of wild, right?
It is.
You have to assume they somewhat vetted her, or, you know.
Yeah.
How did they screw that
absolutely.
up?
I don't think they did. I think they did vet her, but I mean, I
Well,
I mean, in the long
her
video,
integrity won out.
in the long video that I did last night, that went up today on YouTube about the lawsuit against Kash Patel and the FBI, there were explicit loyalty questions in there that these guys had to answer, but they had already been at the FBI for over 20 years.
Right.
From what I understand, this doctor came from outside the CDC into a leadership position, and you know, so maybe she didn't have the track record they were looking for, but she certainly had the expertise, the experience, and the education that they needed. And
check out this comment.
I don't know what it was that caused them to think. Yeah, that's a good comment, Tanya.
Casper says
I don't know
Hawk
what
is an
caused them to
absolute
think that she
joke.
would just go along with whatever RFK was going to tell her to do, you know, in contradiction to science. I have no idea.
Yeah. I just want to show you the comment on screen. It says Hawk is an absolute joke. LOL. I don't know about the other guy.
Oh, wait until you learn about the other guy, man. You think
I
I'm
am
bad?
also
Holy
I am
shit
also
balls.
an absolute joke, Casper. But thanks for coming. Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Thanks for being here. Boosting our numbers.
Yeah. Crunching the numbers.
Yeah. Do it, lady.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crunching the numbers. Back to it then. Recently found Hawk on here on a late night show. I think it was Jimmy Kimmel. Still pretty cool, despite my disdain for mullets, which still reminds me of the late 80s. I grew up in the park.
You grew up in a park?
Which park did you grow up in, Zach? And what do you have against mullets?
I love mullets. They're coming back.
Hawk is bringing the mullet back, man.
Yes.
Hey, Frank Zappa's
Thanks,
here.
Domi.
Honestly, you guys are probably on the left, but you seem like decent people. Thanks. Appreciate that, Frank.
Thanks.
We met Frank Zappa once, by the way.
Yeah.
How about that shit? We
He
met,
thought I was an asshole too, and I was like 9.
You were a little kid. Well, not a little kid. How old were we?
Like
Teenagers?
9, 10 or something.
Yeah.
Not even.
Yeah, I guess not, huh?
Walnut Creek.
Yeah, I kind of think
Bay
that's
Area
true,
is
Fireheart.
Westerville.
The only people that are critical of the mullet can't pull off the mullet. I think
Right.
that's probably true. That's probably true.
Gina, I'm recording a long video tonight about the Tyler Robinson indictment. Randy for life, man.
Chris says there's mullets all over Ohio still. I don't doubt that.
I don't doubt that in the slightest. Jennifer, yes, you're correct. Charlie Kirk was racist.
I saw a Ro Khanna video saying that they now have the votes to release the Epstein files. Is that correct?
Don't know.
We're like the laziest live people. Like I feel like I just say, hey, can somebody look that up? Usually people who are hosting live will look that stuff up, but
I'm not
I
seeing
prefer
any
somebody else to look it
update.
up. It was him talking, unless it was AI, which it could have been.
Could have been.
Willow said, I joined 3 years ago because of Hawk. Hubby would still show me his videos, and I joined. So I have a video here with Tim Miller talking about the TikTok deal. I'm going to play that too, just for kicks.
Interesting. Yeah.
So we can discuss amongst ourselves. Because this thing is just weird. Let me go ahead and play this thing.
We have a TikTok deal. It's going to be announced later this week, apparently. I guess we're going to call it a deal now. Scott Bessent announced it and said that we're going to wait for the leaders of the two countries to finalize it. I guess in this country, the president now finalizes corporate.
Because that's what you want. You want the leaders of the countries doing deals for your social media platform. Right. I can't wait till these two brilliant leaders come and make a deal.
Mergers and acquisitions, which is something that's pretty concerning. But here's the stake of it. The Chinese parent company ByteDance will retain the single largest ownership stake, 20%. Consortium of U.S. investors, including some MAGA supporters like Mark Andreessen, who runs a Mark Andreessen Horowitz, is set to own 80%. The deputy head of China's powerful cybersecurity regulator said that they'd agreed to a framework that includes licensing the algorithm, which means that the CCP gets to continue programming the algorithm, and Trump allies get to capture the financial upside.
Yeah, so the Chinese get to control the algorithm, and they just want the money. That tracks, right? It's like,
I mean, Oracle's basically a fucking CIA front right now, man. It's like they're Palantir in database form, you know. So it's like
Rodney doesn't
the U.S. government is going to have a backdoor into everybody's data.
This guy doesn't like Tim Miller.
Rodney, yeah, I saw that Tim Miller did interview Joe Manchin. I didn't watch it. I can't fucking stand Joe Manchin, but
Tim interviews
you just
everybody.
skip the ones you don't like. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. Striking deal.
Well, on the TikTok so-called framework agreement, I think we all need to see the fine print, and I don't know when or if we will. But Trump has acted, frankly, in a lawless way on TikTok since he took office. Congress passed a legislation that required that TikTok be sold or that it be banned back in January. It was upheld by the Supreme Court of the United States, and Trump, by executive fiat, by waving a pen, has put that off and put it off again until December. So
he's put it off, meaning breaking the law. But TikTok can ban us because I bullied your mullet, even though it's operating illegally in the United States. So
that it appears he can negotiate a deal that lines the pockets of his cronies, that keeps the Chinese, if that report that you read is accurate, in charge of the algorithm, which is exactly what Congress was trying to avoid when it passed this legislation. Because if you control the algorithm, you're able to manipulate the views and the opinions of TikTok users.
So, speaking of which, this past week was like the most abusive algorithm I've ever experienced in my life. What's up, Go Live Vegas? What's up, Aaron?
Hey, Aaron. How you doing, man?
Yeah, man. That algorithm this past week was really something, huh?
It was the worst 5 or 6 days I've ever seen on TikTok.
I mean, I'm kind of with you, Michelle. Not going back to TikTok. It's it was just a MAGA cesspool. I mean, you have to assume that's what they're going to make it into, right? We got a taste of it. That's kind of what I think. I think we got a taste of the future of TikTok, but I'll play the rest of it.
In this country, which the Chinese have already shown a willingness to do, distorting facts, not just about China and Taiwan or Tiananmen, but poisoning the minds of Americans and turning them against each other and against our democratic values and institutions. If that is allowed to be the outcome here, then not only has this been, a model of corruption, but it has skirted very deliberately the intent of Congress, which was to protect U.S. national security against the Chinese Communist Party and the Chinese government.
From China.
And I frankly think there's a lot of reason to be concerned that this may be where it's going, given all the other evidence of corruption we've seen, but also given Donald Trump's bizarre affection for Xi Jinping and seeming readiness to have a summit meeting in the fall with all the pomp and circumstance, and to hold hands and join with the Chinese dictator at a time when we've gotten very little out of China.
We have a TikTok deal.
I'm kind of thinking I'm kind of waiting for Trump to propose a joint military parade. Just
fuck, man.
Just do it. Let's have a trifecta.
Well, Trump
have China, Russia, and the U.S. Just have a
Trump was so butthurt that he didn't get invited to China's military parade. But
that's right.
President Xi, it was Putin from Russia, it was Kim Jong-un from North Korea, and it was Prime Minister Modi from India.
Yeah,
we're all there.
Himself.
And he was sad, man. He was sad. He was butthurt.
I mean,
he tweeted something like, "I wouldn't have gone even if I was invited."
It's not dude, dissimilar to the clip of Kash Patel we played a little bit earlier, right? I mean, it's
he's such a butthurt little man, baby.
He is. He really is. It's hard to take.
Yeah, thank you for your attention to this matter.
That's right.
Fuck.
Oh, man. Val said my brother was part of the recent Oracle layoffs earlier this month. He's going to back to work for the DoD as an IT contractor. Interesting. Wow. That's got to be enlightening. But yeah, it's... So from what I understand, what I've heard so far is that I'm actually going to do a poll on this. Well, from what I understand, that you're going to have to delete the app and re-download the app. It's not an update.
Well, whatever.
No one's going to do that.
When are they going to do that?
Who's going to do that?
I don't know. They're going to lose so many people, man. It's going to be insane.
Who's going to do that?
And I've got friends who their accounts they're still getting banned left and right, man.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they kind of backed off on that a little bit. Yeah, Fishbone.
It's tapered off,
Jimmy.
It's tapered off. Thank you, Happy Squirrel.
Do it, lady.
Do it, lady.
Yeah, I'm not going to miss TikTok. I mean, it's crazy, but
I'll miss the ease.
Thanks,
I will
Christina.
miss the ease of TikTok. Everything else about it is awful at this point.
Hey, Chaz, what's up? They're going after Hassan.
I mean, I get more fucking shit from the left than I do from the right on that app.
Yeah, for sure.
Self-righteous, sanctimonious fart huffers.
Oh, they're a much bigger threat in terms of shenanigans, right? I mean...
Yep.
Chad says they're going after Hassan on Twitch. Like censorship going after or what?
I didn't see anything about that.
This person says, what's your favorite app to publish on? His favorite app is TikTok just because it's easy.
Just because it's easy.
It's both his favorite and least favorite.
Yeah. No, my backup account came back. I got to do some duets from that tonight, I guess.
Thanks, Christina. Appreciate that. Thanks, Jen.
I've never been on Skylight. Am I on Skylight?
You're on Skylight.
Oh.
Skylight uses I think everything that gets posted to Blue Sky goes to Skylight, but I'm going to look into it a little bit more.
Yeah, Blue Sky, I kind of like Blue Sky, but it's an echo chamber.
Kind of, yeah.
For the left.
Yeah, you don't get the same flavor of things. So yeah. So I'm going to play for people that didn't tune into this, just to continue on this this role of fun, pleasant things. I want to play a little intro of J.D. Vance on his podcast the other night. And in case anybody didn't catch this, because I think it's interesting. This is J.D. Vance taking over Charlie Kirk's podcast the other night.
Welcome back to the Charlie Kirk Show. This is Vice President J.D. Vance. Joining me now is Stephen Miller, White House Deputy Chief of Staff, dear friend of mine, and dear friend of Charlie Kirk's. And before I get into the nitty-gritty of what I wanted to talk with Stephen about, there's a lot of...
Even they had an echo. Come on, people. Get your shit together.
Questions about the investigation, where we are in the investigation. I want to be respectful to the FBI's process, but just know that we are on top of this, and the entire administration is trying to do as much as possible to find everything that we can about what led to this, about how we got here, and of course, ultimately, how an assassin took Charlie's life. I wanted to zoom out with Stephen a little bit.
He's gonna zoom out for a minute, folks, so hold on to your hat.
Talk about all of the ways that we're trying to figure out how to prevent this festering violence that you see on the far left from becoming even more and more mainstream. A lot of...
So there you have it. The festering violence on the far left.
J.D. Vance is festering.
Speaking of unserious people, it's like... Yeah, why was our vice president allowed to do a podcast? That's a damn good question. I mean, it's fucking bonkers, the time we're living in here, man. This is full-on government propaganda gone absolutely batshit crazy. I'm jealous, Hawk. It's got to be 20 degrees cooler where you are at the moment. It's so freaking hot right here.
It's so pleasant. I've got my ceiling fan going. There's a really nice breeze.
Oh, you bastard. Yeah, imagine if Kamala Harris hosted a podcast, pulled that business. I'm sure that would have gone over well.
I mean, here's what Jimmy Kimmel said. The MAGA gang is desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them, and doing everything they can to score political points for it, or from it. In between the finger pointing, there was grieving. That's what he said.
That's it?
That's it.
Wow, man. That is really something, man. I mean, I wonder what... we do live close to each other, but it's an entirely different climate. I wonder what his demographics are that watch his show. I would think they would be heavily left-leaning, don't you? But what do I know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be totally wrong.
MAGA doesn't watch that because his comedy makes people think. And MAGA are dumb.
I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they do.
They like wrestling in monster trucks.
Cheryl said Rachel Maddow show exclusive former Vice President Kamala Harris next Monday. Yeah, I don't really watch Kimmel, so I don't know much about that show. I just see little...
Yeah, I don't watch any of the late night shows.
Because you can't stay up that late? I know that's not true because you text me at 12:30 a.m. and say, hey, I just recorded a video. I'm like, fuck.
I haven't been able to get into... I mean, I can't stand Jimmy Fallon. I absolutely cannot stand
I'm with you on that a little bit.
He's just...
Not that strong, but I'm not...
I can't stand Jimmy Fallon. I liked Colbert better than Kimmel, but I still never watched him. I never watched any of those shows. Because it's like I grew up on David Letterman, man. It's like I want to... If I'm going to watch late night TV, I'm always going to compare it to David Letterman, and nothing has even come close.
It's true.
Nothing has even come remotely close. Larry Bud Melman, would you like a hot towel? I mean, come on.
I mean, he invented so many things on that show, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember us when we were watching that show when we were little kids staying up late, and it was like, wasn't it initially on at like 12 midnight or
12:30?
12:30? Yeah.
Yeah. I used to watch it on my 13-inch black and white TV with the brightness turned almost all the way down.
Those TVs are really
Stupid pet tricks, man.
Stupid pet tricks, viewer mail. I mean, Carson might have invented. Hey, look, here's another fun person weighing in. Falcon seems like a genuinely good dude, but Hawk is a narcissist scumbag. Wow.
Again, accurate.
Hey, Wiseacre's here. Welcome, man. Oh, somebody said my glasses are gay. How does that make you feel inside? Does that give you like a certain feeling that you're uncomfortable with?
Well, and I mean, when he picked them up from the optometrist, they came in a box that was shaped like a realistic penis.
They said, do you want the straight ones or the gay ones? And I said specifically, I want the gay ones only.
Yeah.
Because they're more stylish. Hey, Idaho Leftist has gay glasses too. Right on. See,
sweet,
it's not
man.
just me. Wiseacre, how you doing, man? Hope everything's well. We got some new technology here for next time we can play videos and such.
We can stream pornography now.
Stop. Okay, that's going to be it for TikTok right there, man. I'm giving it 5 seconds. Leave it to Hawk.
All of a sudden, the comments TikTok will just go poof.
Yeah. Just wait for it. Good Lord. Yeah, we got some trolls, and it's kind of fun having the trolls in here, man.
Yeah, I like the trolls, man.
Aaron's got it. Well, here goes the ban. Just got to wait for the bots to catch up. See, some people love me.
Oh,
some people love Falcon. Some people love Hawk. Some people love both of us.
Somebody left a really funny comment that if I read it out loud, we'll definitely get a violation on TikTok. But it was really funny. It was about me, but it was funny.
Luna has it. Oh shit! I can't get that comment anymore. It said they're good for a laugh. Yes, we heard about Kimmel. Everybody, we know about Kimmel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody knows about Kimmel. It's another. It's another line to cross, right? Thanks, Yogi.
Yeah.
Oh, Susan's glasses are bi. They didn't offer me that option. Only the gay or straight ones. Who's next, man? That's a good question.
Thanks, Ken.
they got to start coming for the content creators, the independent. I'm sure they're figuring that out behind the scenes. Another one. Shannon said, I like Hawk, but Falcon's probably nicer. You guys, they don't know me very well, do they? Hey, we got Puerto Rico in the house. Welcome. You might be our first person from Puerto Rico here. I haven't seen that before. Maybe not. Yeah, well, I don't know. I kind of think they're going to start coming for some big creators. Hassan is an obvious one, right? I mean,
yeah. Dude, if I was him, I'd be afraid to go out to dinner.
I think he's concerned, you know. I caught his live the other day, and he was, you know, talking about it. Very valid.
That's funny, Lori.
Maria sent Husky for 800 joules. Does anybody know what that means? I can't see all those shenanigans on TikTok that happen. So how many people out there? Wait, where'd it go? What was the comment? I lost it. The comment I shared.
One?
You eat corn the long way. How many people out there eat corn the long way?
And when I do that, I usually, right before that, I usually borrow my brother's gay glasses
to eat the food. That we haven't gotten banned yet.
No,
might not happen. Oh, let's talk about Kash Patel. Kat wants to talk about Kash Patel. What do you want to talk about, Kat? We played a fun little clip of him earlier.
He's an incompetent
having a tantrum.
He's an incompetent, short little douchebag.
Oh, this might be the bullying.
He is so far outside of his element and out of his depth.
He really is, and he can't even pretend. Like, so many of these people can get up there and kind of pretend a little bit. I mean, a little bit. It's not very convincing, but they can kind of like. He kind of like shrinks down in his little chair. His shoulders somehow like morph into his body cavity, and he just becomes this tiny little baby man that just has these little temper tantrums.
Yeah,
it's wild. Kash can't tie a tie. Yeah, there's a lot of things that guy can't do, man. What happened with Jimmy Kimmel?
He's a gay Indian Viking.
In Valhalla. There's a Indian guy on TikTok who makes videos making fun of him where he pronounces his full Indian name like in a deep Indian accent. It's so funny.
Yeah,
I've seen that. Cracks me up, man. Yeah, Tom Powell Jr., what's up? He is a tiny little baby man. That's right. Tom Powell, I meant to catch your live yesterday, but something came up and I couldn't. What are you looking at, Hawk? Are you looking at the chat over there? Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah, because my video ninja screen, my half is crystal clear, and the other half that shows both of us in that chat is very, very, very blurry. I can't.
Yeah, that's not surprising.
I can't read it. Why does it do that?
I don't know. So many things I don't know. I don't even know what it looks like. So I saw them say Jimmy Kimmel was suspended.
Yeah.
Is that like a light canceling? Like they're testing
they took
the
him
waters.
off the air. They took him off the air. Thoughts on Candace Owens? I think she is mentally. I think that Candace Owens is profoundly mentally defective.
Yeah. I was watching Hassan live the other day, and he brought up this Candace Owens. She was on a live, and she had 500,000 people.
And she was spouting off
500,000 people.
Absolutely insane conspiracy theories that she's already moved on from.
Yeah.
She's crazy for money, man.
So I want you to mention this Milo Nutter person.
Yiannopoulos?
Yeah.
I did a TikTok about him earlier today.
I know. I didn't watch it yet. I published it, but I didn't watch it.
He got... I mean, this will get me this might get me violated on TikTok for talking about it in a live. I did a video about it today because he got canceled basically in early 2017 because an interview with him surfaced where he condoned homosexual relationships between men and boys as young as 13.
Oh, that's going to get us
and in that
for sure.
in that same interview, he credited a Catholic priest with helping him develop his own sexual abilities and techniques when he was a teenager. And so MAGA kicked him out, and so Milo tweeted after Charlie Kirk was assassinated last week that he was unretiring and he was coming back. And so all the MAGA chuds started making TikToks saying, if you thought Charlie Kirk was bad, wait until you see Milo Yiannopoulos. And I was like, that is so 100% on brand for MAGA to be cheering the return of a pedophile, especially in this environment where they're defending and covering up for pedophiles.
So when he said he's unretiring, what does he do? He's a podcaster?
He's a human shitpost.
I know that, but did he have a podcast or what?
No, he would go on Bill Maher and say, just say stuff just to get a reaction kind of thing. He was
just a personality.
He would go on speaking tours and say all kinds of inflammatory things, and he's just a human shitpost,
Right.
He exists only to trigger the left.
He's just a troll.
Right.
Well, that's kind of appropriate.
Yeah, he thought that 13-year-old boys were mature as long as they'd been through puberty.
Wow. Wait. So he was condoning men with 13-year-old boys?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a twist. Not for them, but for me. I thought it was all about the young women, not the... Damn. Hey, Hood River. Yeah, we talked about Jimmy. Yeah, next up they'll get Andrew Tate, in the rotation. Will there be a 2028 election? Yeah.
It's going to be...
There will be.
Messed up badly. I posted a photo on Facebook today of Joe Rogan and Ben Shapiro with their arms around each other's shoulders. And across the bottom it said the space between them is called the perineum. I thought that was funny.
I don't do anything on Facebook ever.
I just go on to post stuff like that.
You like it just because you have friends on there still?
Yeah, some. Anybody who supported Donald Trump in any way, shape, or form unfollowed and blocked me just because I kept insulting all of them so much following the election.
Well, you did.
I was saying horrible things to them and about them.
Yeah, but you were early to the game, man. You were doing this.
Yeah.
You were doing this before his first term.
Yes.
I think those people unfollowed and blocked you before his first term, if I'm not mistaken. Because then they would message me and say, well, what the hell's wrong with your brother?
Donna, when you say I just share my grandkids, I'm assuming you mean photographs?
Yeah. I don't think Facebook has that feature yet, although they're working on it. I think it's in beta testing right now. Comeback era from New Zealand. Yes, I have thought about moving out of the U.S.
Yeah.
Every hour on the hour, roughly.
Lois, I'm tired. I had surgery last week. The last week has been a little rough. I'm pretty drained.
Rescued Ruthie, do you like Canada? I love Canada. But Canada's hard to move to permanently. Scotland
I
would
need
be
a
cool.
Coke and a snack.
All right, Hawk's going to get a Coke and a snack. I'm going to mute him in case he... God only knows what he does, but... Yeah, Canada's not, Canada's great, but... oh, wow, Wiseacre said, my wife's school just fired a 30-year plus teacher over a Charlie Kirk post. Do they have a lawyer, Wiseacre? They need to get a lawyer. Blue Side of History says, not according to the Emotional Support Canadian on TikTok. I'll have to look that up. I don't know that one. Portugal's cool, but Canada would be my preference, guys, please stop threatening to move to Canada. We don't want any libertarians. Man, Frank Zappa is on it tonight. He's pulling out all the hits. Portugal is beautiful, but there's quite a bit more work involved in that. I hope you get out of there, Wiseacre. Soon. Oh wow, Mary said our teaching unions are telling us to stay off social media. That's the goal, right? That's the intended effect. Oh, sorry,
Silence
Hawk.
people and make them afraid.
I just silenced Hawk while he was out of his chair. I forgot to put him back on. Oh, now I have to hover over the mute button because he's eating. What do you got there?
Little tiny Snickers.
Oh, nice.
Little tiny Milky Way.
And Carol said Finland or Norway. You know what? I like sunlight too much for that.
Yeah.
Aaron said they need Canadians here in Vegas.
They need tourists in Vegas, man.
Yeah, they need everybody in Vegas.
Here in Vegas is dead.
Yeah, silencing dissenting voices is the goal, period. If you're not self-employed, you're taking some risk.
Thanks, James.
No doubt. Snack fun, thank you, Rosie. Chris, appreciate that.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel, what the fuck is right? I think the amazing part to me is when you see MAGA like just totally celebrating the crushing of their First Amendment rights because it's going in their favor right now. It's
they're so fucking
they
dumb.
cannot see beyond.
They're
where
so
this
incredibly
goes.
dumb and short-sighted.
Yeah. It's just incredible. I mean, it'll never come around to them. That's their feeling. It'll never come around to them. Yeah, if I get it, for people who have a job, for people who aren't insulated from that kind of attack, I totally understand why you stay away from social media and don't post and want nothing to do with it. I get it. Yeah, that's right, Christy. It's owning the libs. It's the cost of owning the libs. There's no price too great to have that little celebration to watch the lib meltdown, the liberal tears, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thanks. I'm glad to hear that.
Well, the Second Amendment is the only amendment that they care about, and now it's the one that they refuse to use.
That's right. It's like the one that they were like so excited about having the opportunity. It's madness, man. That's right. Free speech for Brian Kilmeade, but not for me. So how many people are going to delete TikTok and download the new app? I'm curious. Oh, but it's okay for Hawk to continue to bully people on the internet and continue to... Hawk, you're dividing us.
Me?
Yeah.
Who am I bullying?
I don't know. Country Girl said you're bullying people on the internet and continuing to divide people. One thing these people are great at... One thing these people are so good at, they have perfected projection.
Yes.
The moment of time between the point in which an uncomfortable feeling arises in their body to the time when they're projecting the very thing that they are doing out to the nearest person is like down to like the thousandth of a second at this point. It is so beautifully refined.
I will endlessly and unendingly bully every single inbred, fart-huffing, mouth-breathing dipshit who voted for Donald Trump and got us into this situation for the rest of my life. For the rest of my life. I feel like we should be able to permanently mark them so that we can spot them in public when this is all over.
Yeah, Old Cat said, did Hawk hold them down and make them listen? It's a secret. That's how he got to 1 million followers on TikTok.
Exactly. I went into people's homes.
There are 1 million people chained to their iPhone that only plays TikTok right now. And they only follow Hawk. It's really something. When will it all be over? No time soon, I'm afraid. I don't know. I don't think there's as many red hats out there these days as there have been in the past. I know people that live in some pretty deep red areas, and they're saying that. Thanks, Aaron. They're saying that the hats are, more few and far between. The yard signs, the flags up the gigantic flag poles are taken down. I don't know. Wow, we have not gotten banned on TikTok, man. That's amazing. Covered some saucy subjects here, man. And we're... Aaron wants to know who's screaming, Hawk.
Huh?
Aaron wants to know who's screaming.
It's the little kids who live directly behind me. They're all out. They're all out playing with the neighbor kids.
So Grillin says, what do you guys think of the 250 legislators in Israel today planting flags?
I think it's fucking gross.
It's beyond gross, man.
It's like, who do you work for? Who do you represent? Why are you there?
Not us, man.
You know?
Definitely not us.
Apart from the fact that you're accepting a free trip from a country that's committing a genocide.
Definitely not working for us, man. I mean, you did a good video on that. It's like,
yeah,
how do we make sense of this, you know? I mean, the Democrats are basically worthless. They can yell at each other in committee meetings, but, you know.
All right, I'm seeing that comment a lot. Flags lowered to half staff for a podcaster. If you're describing Charlie Kirk as just a podcaster, I don't mean any offense, but I think you're being intentionally obtuse.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a cultural force on the right. He was their, to many of them, he was their future. To millions of people on the right, he was their future.
Yeah, he was. No doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm waiting for somebody to list all of the Disney companies that we need to boycott and all of the.
Somebody said, "Tell us a joke." All right, I have a joke. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Stephen Miller doesn't have a penis. That's my joke.
Stephen Miller doesn't have a penis. Who?
Yeah, it was cricket.
Was what?
Weird seeing grown men crying over Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. Yeah, YKSD for sure. You guys, it's really important to take a little space when you need it, man. And Frank Zappa's trying to get banned out of this thing, man. One of our mods is going to nuke you, man. It's not me, but...
That's the latest.
Oh, he tried to say Charlie Kirk is a good man.
He might have been a good man to some people. He was also an unapologetic racist, bigot, homophobe, transphobe, and misogynist.
And just a shit talker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right, Charlie. We're hitting 2025 idiocracy. There's no question, man.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone here has not seen that movie, you have to go watch that movie. Yeah, he's an instigator. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
He was his own version of a shit poster.
You speak your mind all over. So do you think you should be unalived as well? Gee, that's a tough question. Let's see. How many people here have condoned someone being unalived for speaking their mind? Oh, zero.
Zero. On either side.
On either
any side.
So if you have a serious question, country girl, you're welcome to ask it, but...
I don't, here's the thing. I don't think Trump's going to go after Jimmy Fallon because Jimmy Fallon he's not MAGA, but he's a Trump suck ass.
Right. He's kind of proven that, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe Trump thinks he can manipulate him. There you go, Sue for the win. Just cancel Disney. Your money is power. Moni said Trump wrote a post to them asking for them the fire in O'Fallon. Well, I don't understand that. Does Kimmel have a legit lawsuit against the FCC? It's not the FCC that...
No, the FCC didn't do anything to him.
No, it's his parent company that
and he's not going to have. He's not going to have a lawsuit against ABC either because they're still going to pay his contract.
Yeah, it's just a legal dispute. So people are saying he's calling for NBC to remove Fallon now. Yeah, he's got a little momentum, you know. He's still in shock from hearing a rep at the Patel inquiry say Kirk should be the 13th apostle. Holy shit. Somebody said that out loud? Fucking hell, man. Let's see. Wow, that's wild, man. Yeah, we need all of Canada to come down here.
Seth Meyers is on after Jimmy Kimmel, right?
I don't know. Never watched him. He is late though. Dog Mom says, are we canceling Disney? I hope so.
Yeah.
Follow your conscience. Vote with your money. It's what you got.
That troll Casper Visuals is still here.
It's so fun.
They're still watching.
It's fun
hilarious,
to be
man.
here.
It's like these people get in here that fucking hate me and they stay. It's quite amusing.
What was their last comment? I missed it. Went by too fast.
I just saw the username.
Country girl hasn't.
I thought Elon Musk made comedy legal again.
That's right. Hey Mia, how's it going? They kept asking to see my husband or cats. Oh lordy. Yeah, so he's got CBS, he's got ABC now, so he needs NBC to do a little dance. Then he's going to feel totally emboldened. Amber says, what can we do? Cancel all that shit, man.
Yeah.
Every bit of it.
Shit out of
Cancel
ABC
it
and Disney.
and do not watch it. It's one thing you can do.
Just heads up, I'm here for another 8 minutes.
8 minutes, people, and Hawk is out.
That's right.
8 minutes. I'm going to do a little, show a little neuroplasticity video after that, because it's kind of cool. So 8 minutes. Who's got questions for Hawk? What do you got, people? 8 minutes and he's a goner. Thanks, Clay. Appreciate that.
Yes, I do still have a girlfriend.
I have not finished The Handmaid's Tale, although I'm pretty far into it. It's like, I think I'm at like, I don't know. How many seasons are there? I think I'm in the 5th season. Might be the last one. Can't wait for it to be over, but I can't stop. But that's probably Disney, right? You gotta cancel that shit. I mean, Disney owns like 1,000 things. Disney probably makes breakfast cereal and who knows, man.
Mickey, the long form stuff is available on our YouTube page too.
Yeah,
and you put the long videos up on Patreon still.
Patreon,
right?
YouTube, yeah, and there's gonna be a lot more of that coming. Hawk is a Joe Dirt twin. I don't know who Joe Dirt is.
It's a David Spade movie from 30 years ago, and he plays a guy named Joe Dirt who had a mullet.
Oh, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Is it a good movie?
I think I never saw it, but I think most people who make Joe Dirt references think that they're insulting me.
Yeah, I don't see that.
As though I'm like unaware that I have a mullet. like it slipped right past me.
It slipped past you, and now that you're aware, you're not sure what it looks like. We got to watch that, man. Joe Dirt. Hey, Big Benji wants to know how long we've been in a relationship. Well, 56 years.
Jesus.
Is that silver or gold or something?
A Big Benji, is that your username on Grindr?
I mean, what comes to mind when I see the username Big Benji is a bear, not an animal bear, a gay bear in overalls with no shirt at the Folsom Street Fair.
And nipple clamps.
Big Benji. Who names themselves Big Benji and then throws out homophobic statements?
Right?
Come on, Big Benji. You're not fooling anybody, man.
That's funny, man.
You're not fooling anybody. We know. And we love you anyways. It's okay. It's okay to be gay, man. Just embrace it. Set yourself free.
The only people who look down on somebody for being gay in the United States now is white guys who support Trump. Almost every single one of whom is at a minimum bisexual. They're just closeted.
I mean, come on, dude. Just be gay. That's it.
Yeah. Nobody cares, man.
Just be gay. Literally nobody cares except all the guys you sit around in the garage with drinking beer after work that you want to be gay for, but nobody will come out and just do it.
Right.
That's the only people that care. Thanks, Abby.
Jason
we're not
has
going to stop. What's Jason
Jason
say?
has a valid question. He wants to know which one of us is the top.
Oh, Jason. Come on, buddy.
They're obsessed with it, man.
Come
Trump
on,
supporters,
Jason.
Men who support Donald Trump are absolutely obsessed with hot, steamy, sweaty, gay, man-on-man sex action.
All right, here's my suggestion. Jason and Big Benji, you guys should
Hook it up, kids.
exchange information.
Yeah.
And you guys can, you don't even have to meet up. You can just get on Zoom or something and be gay for a little while. Like, try it out.
Get together.
Just see how it feels, man. Support one another.
Take each other to Pound Town.
No, you don't have to do that. Just stop being so protective. Oh, we got our live access removed.
On TikTok?
It says it'll be restored on September 20th, but I'm guessing that they'll change that. Let me submit an appeal.
They'll add 10 days.
Appeal submit. They'll add like months, won't they?
30. I don't know.
Doesn't that sometimes turn into like 2029 or something?
I'm banned from
Thanks,
using
Jackie.
the promote feature on TikTok until 2034.
Jackie said, "Can someone please explain to me gently, not feeling very smart today, why Dems would even consider voting for the newest POS legislation to avoid shutting down the government? That they would trust anyone on that side is crazy." I agree. Hawk, do you have a...
We'll put it... I mean, there are arguments for and against it, but I think right now in this current environment, if Democrats don't shut down the government, that their base is going to just fucking lose it. Especially after what Chuck Schumer did last March.
One would think, right?
Because remember that the last budget deal is why Chuck Schumer had to cancel his book tour.
Yeah.
Yes, Debbie, they canceled our TikTok live because we were talking about two closeted gay men taking each other to Pound Town.
No, we weren't even... We were just suggesting that if you want to be gay, that you just be gay. There was no bullying.
Yeah.
TikTok sees that as bullying. Like, they can make gay comments about us.
Yes, man. Yeah.
But when we just say, hey, we would welcome you as gay men...
Yeah.
Then we get banned for bullying. Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna take a break, but then I got more content I gotta make tonight.
Okay. All right. I think I don't even know. Let's see here. Hold on. Give me a second.
Okay.
I think here. I think what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna just go back to this YouTube thing and start talking about something. I'll just make you invisible there.
All right, man.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for joining, man.
I'll see you guys on TikTok and on YouTube.
All right.
Have a lovely evening.
All right. So let's see here, people. I have a little thing I was going to show you guys. Let me see if I can pull this up. There's this, there's a video on YouTube called The Backwards Bike that I want to show you guys. I'm going to end, I mean, this isn't going to work for the YouTube vertical people, so if you're on your phone on YouTube, I am going to kill that live stream because this just isn't going to work, so you should hop onto a computer or something if you want to stay on here. So my apologies to all the people who are viewing this live stream on the phone in shorts. You can hop over to the regular stream. I mean, you can do it from a phone, but I'm going to end that stream. So if you get booted, come back to the other one. Let me kill that. And then, so this, let me switch over here. Let me get rid of Hawk. Move myself over. All right, so this somebody said, how do you feel about using rage rooms for therapy? I've never done it, but I would kind of like to do it. I think it'd be kind of cool. Wow, this chat got a lot more mellow now that TikTok is not in here. That TikTok chat is bonkers. Good night, Adrian. Thanks for coming. All right, let's see. Good night, Abu. Good to see you here. I'm going to move that down too. All right, so this video is about neuroplasticity, which to me is a really awesome subject because the reason I found this video, or the person that, yeah, the phone switched up. Ah, interesting. Phone switched up. Yeah, this is better. Less people is better. Gets a little hectic with the so now we have no TikTok and no vertical YouTube. It's just us, the chill crowd. So I'm going to play a little of this video. Basically, the overview is night, Lizzie. Thanks for coming. Whoever wants to stick around for this. The overview is basically that this guy, he's an engineer and he works with these kind of machine shop guys, and they made a bicycle and they put in a gear. They reversed the steering on the bicycle. So you turn the handlebars to the right and the wheel turns left. Turn the handlebars to the left, the wheel turns right. So they made this bike and they were like, hey, we bet you can't ride it. And he was like, oh no, for sure we can, I can ride this thing, no problem. And he couldn't ride it. And he took the bike around, I think he took it around the world. He took it all over the US, just trying to see if he could get anyone to be able to ride this bike. And it was about neuroplasticity. And, you know, it was just super cool that he basically rewired his brain to be able to ride this backwards bike. But it took him, I think, I don't know, 9 months or something. It took him forever, over and over and over again. And basically, you know, his brain has this deep groove in his brain of how to ride a bicycle. You turn the handlebars right, the bike goes right. So he could not force his body to, he could not override that brain pattern. His brain was running the show. And so that was the thing. So I'll just play some of this. I'm not going to play the whole thing all at once, but I'll play a little bit and then we can chat about it.
Every day. You've heard people say it's just like riding a bike, meaning it's really easy and you can't forget how to do it, right? But I did something. I did something that damaged my mind. It happened on the streets of Amsterdam, and I got really scared, honestly. I can't ride a bike like you can anymore.
So he's basically talking about he rode this bike. He trained his brain to ride this bike, and then when he was on a trip in Amsterdam, he tried to ride a normal bike, and he couldn't because his brain had created new neural pathways. So I'll just play a little bit more. This is the
challenge for me.
The
he had built a
engineers
special bicycle, and he wanted me to try to ride it. He had only changed one thing. When you turn the handlebar to the left, the wheel goes to the right. When you turn it to the right, the wheel goes to the left. I thought this would be easy, so
it seems reasonable, right? You just like, oh, now that you know that you have to turn the opposite way. You can just make it work.
Hopped on the bike, ready to demonstrate how quickly I could conquer this.
And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Destin Sandlin. First attempt riding the bicycle.
All right. So the faster I go, the better.
So you can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't even get one,
I
like,
couldn't do it.
you can't even get
You
the
can see that
pedal
I'm laughing,
from,
but
like,
I'm actually really frustrated.
top to
in
bottom.
this moment.
It's not even like he's trying to go super far. He just can't. He can't get there. So, and he talks a little bit about neuroplasticity in here.
Deep revelation.
Let me see where
My thinking was in a rut. This can't do it, but that's not the case at all. The algorithm that's associated with riding a bike in your brain is just that complicated. Think about it. Downwards force on the pedals, leaning your whole body, pulling and pushing the handlebars, gyroscopic precession in the wheels. Every single force is part of this algorithm. And if you change any one part, it affects the entire control system. I do not make definitive statements that often, but I'm telling you right now, you cannot ride this bicycle. You might think you can, but you can't. I know this.
And the reason, one of the reasons I'm talking about this is because, hey, we got TikTok back here. Do we have TikTok back? I'm going to shut it down if we do. I think it came back. Appeal submitted. We'll let you know. I don't think it's back, but I'm going to turn it off because I got trolls in here. But the whole point is that I'm talking about this is that everything we're doing, we're training our brains. If we're sitting on TikTok and we're just watching videos and the algorithm is feeding us a bunch of MAGA chuds that want to declare civil war and it's over and over and over again, we're having a physiological reaction in our body. Our nervous system is reacting. Our fight or flight is getting activated. Yeah, we're not on TikTok anymore, Farrell. We got booted. So the importance of this is that when we do something over and over again, we're creating grooves in our brain. And I stumbled upon this because I had something that was called a limbic system impairment. So the limbic part of my brain, the fight or flight mechanism in my amygdala, was stuck in the on position. So I started to perceive everything in the world as a threat. So my amygdala, my neuroception that's scanning for either signs, cues of safety or cues of danger, was only perceiving cues of danger. And that was sending a message to my biology, that was sending a message to my body, which was sending, creating all these thoughts and basically driving my experience of life. So that's where I was shown this video when I started learning about how to rewire my brain, because I had this thing in my brain that was stuck in the on position, and the only way I could fix it was to manually override it enough times, repetitively, every day, until I started creating new grooves. And my particular thing came from just complex trauma, CPTSD, being in a situation that was unsafe perpetually, even as an adult. But this can happen even if you have a very healthy nervous system, if you're very in ventral, you're grounded, everything's fine. You can have an event happen, a traumatic event like a car accident, for example, and you can get thrown into limbic system impairment. Those people have a much easier time coming back to a steady state, coming back to where they came from. It's called LSI, limbic system impairment. So for those people, it can be taken care of and healed in a matter of 2 months or something. If you have complex trauma, that's a whole other ballgame, because you have to first work with the brain and the limbic system, and then you have to work with dealing with the underlying trauma. So that was a little background on this thing. But So this guy took this bike
Because I'm often
around.
asked to speak at universities and conferences, and I take the bike with me. It's always the same. People think they're going to try some trick or they're just going to power through it. It doesn't work.
And people
Your
cross their
brain
arms
cannot
thinking that
handle
would help.
this.
Like,
for instance, this guy, I offered him $200 just to ride this bike 10 feet across the stage. Everybody thought he could do it.
everybody thinks they can do it. Everybody's like, yeah, I can totally do that.
So,
But it shows you the power of the brain. You cannot override your brain. You cannot. Nobody can do it. This guy can't even pick his foot up.
Once you have a rigid way of thinking in your head, sometimes you cannot change that, even if you want to.
Hey, Aaron, we got booted from TikTok. Shocker. Yeah, so this guy took this thing around, but what's interesting is, he'll talk about it here. He talks about his process in rewiring his brain so that he could ride this bike. And then he talks about his son. He made a bargain with his son. He's like, hey, I'll give you, a little reward if you can learn how to ride this bike. And kids' brains are so much more neuroplastic, which is why things like cell phones and social media are so much more impactful to young people, because as you get older, your brain gets less neuroplastic. So, Cameron says, I was trained as a scientist. My pathway is always to question information presented without proof. Yeah, those types of things can be patterns in the brain and the nervous system. So let me play a little bit more of this and you can hear him talk about...
Just about 5 minutes every day. My neighbors made fun of me. I had many wrecks, but after 8 months, this happened. One day I couldn't ride the bike, and the next day I could. It was like I could feel some kind of pathway in my brain that was now unlocked.
You can tell it's not easy.
It was really weird though. It's like there's this trail in my brain, but if I wasn't paying close enough attention to it, my brain would easily lose that neural path and jump back onto the old road it was more familiar with.
So that's what the brain does, and they've imaged this, that you have this Grand Canyon-like neural pathway in your brain, and the neurons and the signals are going to follow the path of least resistance. So you carve this new pathway. Eventually you start to have access to this new pathway, and then you can switch over to that, but your brain can snap back instantly. And when you have limbic system impairment, you might be focused on this. This is very common for people who have like mold sensitivity or EMF sensitivity, these types of things. The brain is interpreting these things as a threat. And this can oftentimes be about the limbic system, where you're kind of like, seeing this one thing as a threat. There was a woman I met who was hyper sensitive to EMFs, and she built this whole house and this life where she could be insulated from this, and she moved away, and then her system became sensitive to, it switched from EMFs to mold, just like that, like overnight almost. It just picked something else to be threatened by and sensitive to. So it can show up in a lot of different ways.
Any small distractions at all, like a cell phone ringing in my pocket, would instantly throw my brain back to the old control algorithm, and I would wreck.
So that's an interesting point, is that his brain was working so hard to follow this new pathway that any distraction, and it would just go right back to the path of least resistance. So it's a really manual process to just be like, going through this process of rewiring and retraining your brain and your body to do something different.
At least I could ride it. My son is the closest person to me genetically, and he's been riding a normal bike for 3 years. That's over half his life. I wanted to know how long it would take him to learn how to ride a backwards bike, so I told him if he learned how to ride a backwards bike, he could go with me to Australia and meet a real astronaut. Are you going to give up?
No.
So
Go ahead.
He bribed him. He gave him a little...
This is how it starts.
So this is a backwards bike that he's riding.
This is such a big deal. Get up, you got it.
It's so much easier.
Did you see his brain get it? So he, in how many weeks have we been doing this?
2 weeks.
In 2 weeks, he did something that...
So that is incredible. It took him 8 months to learn how to do it. So then this dude goes to, let's see, I'll speed it up here. He goes to Amsterdam. Let me find it. And he tries, so after he's been riding this backward bikes, he goes to Amsterdam and tries to ride a regular bike.
And I'm going to see if somebody brings a bicycle, and I'm going to try to ride a normal bike.
And nobody believes him. They think he's just full of it. So his brain was fully switched over.
This was one of the most frustrating moments of my life.
New pathway.
I had ridden a normal bike since I was 6, but in this moment, I couldn't do it anymore. I had set out to prove that I could free my brain from a cognitive bias. But at this point, I'm pretty sure that all I proved is that I could only redesignate.
But what you're going to see is you're going to actually witness his brain switching back, because he's got, you know, decades of riding a bicycle, a normal bicycle. So he knows how to ride a normal bicycle. Those grooves are still in his brain. He created a new pattern or pathway or you know, collection of neurons to ride a bike that's backwards. But the other stuff is still there, the other grooves. So you're going to witness his brain just switch back so quickly.
That bias.
So what you're not seeing is just a group of people here looking at me, looking at the strange American.
I think he's an idiot.
That can't ride a bike because they think I'm dumb. But I'm actually 2 levels deep into this because I've learned and unlearned. All right.
After 20 minutes of making a fool out of myself, suddenly my brain clicked back into the old algorithm. I can't explain it, but it happened in a very specific moment.
Right there. His brain just switched back. So now it's like...
I got it. I'm
there
back.
It went.
Oh, it clicked. Hold it, it clicked. I got it. Okay, there it is. There was the moment. Okay,
that was it. So his brain just switched back 20 minutes. And it's just like, you know, Yogi said, Jack said, I want to know if what happens if this is what he's expecting. So basically, I think he knows about this. He's educated himself, and I think he was expecting that. But it took 20 minutes to go back to the old pattern. So this is like really profound. You know, they talk about habits a lot. They talk about all kinds of things in life. Your brain is driving your experience. You know, your nervous system is dictating your experience of life. It's not your thoughts and all these things come later. Your nervous system is the driver. Your nervous system state is what is creating your experience. So when you're on TikTok and you're scrolling through all this doom and gloom and you're in this fight or flight state, you cannot have peaceful, warming thoughts. That is not what happens in fight or flight. You cannot solve complex problems because your prefrontal cortex is shut down to save energy because you're in fight or flight. So it's like this is why I'm kind of talking about this and showing this, because it's so powerful to just understand. And this is not I don't know if we have any scientists here, but this has not been around that long. I mean, I think in like the 90s, 80s, they started discovering this. It was only through technology and imaging when they started to be able to image a neural pathway being formed, because they used to think the brain was just the brain, is unchangeable. It's just the way it is. You can't do anything about it. And it couldn't be more wrong. But Agent Pong says a very strong influence on neuroplasticity is love, not romantic love, but like love, profound and open love for everything that incites neuroplasticity. Yeah, I mean, that type of feeling is a very ventral feeling. So you have to be in a very ventral space to get to that. But it's like, what I first think of with that comment is going out in nature and grounding and being in nature and feeling that kind of the impact of that. Jackie, or Blue Side History. Okay, so what do we do with this information? Well, that's a good question. The first thing is to notice how you feel when you're doing certain things. Like, notice how you feel when you're, it's awareness, really. It's being aware that you can influence what's happening in your brain. You can influence how you react. Like, let's say you live in an apartment complex and you have a neighbor that does something that irritates you. And over months or years, you start to really hate this person. You see them, you get this like charge in your body. It starts to really impact your life, and there's not a lot you can do about it. You can basically rewire your brain of how it's interpreting this quote unquote threat or this person. You're seeing that person as this negative input. So you can basically override. It's basically Herculean. You're using 5% of your brain against 95% of your brain. You're using this small part of your prefrontal cortex you're using against 95% of subconscious patterning. So it takes an enormous amount of awareness and effort. So the first thing you would have to do is become aware that you are having a very unpleasant visceral reaction to this person, that it might be the response might not match the circumstance. So you can decide that you're going to try to notice when that's happening and do something different. And that something different might be you say hi to that person, or you smile not worrying about whether they see it or not, because smiling affects your nervous system. You can smile and it can be 100% fake, and it can change your nervous system. Your brain doesn't know the difference. So I think, the whole point of this is just to bring awareness for people to understand that you can change your brain. You can change it in a way that supports the life you want to live and the way you want to be in the world. And I don't know. I just thought that was profound. I know I've mentioned this. Thanks, Harry. I know I've mentioned this video before, and I just wanted to bring it in here and kind of like show people what I was talking about, in case it was helpful, even if it's only helpful to a couple people, changed my life for the better. So, Vanessa said exposure therapy can help too, gradually imagining what you're scared to do and slowly doing it. That's basically it. That's part of it is you mentioned it took me years after an accident to leave the house. Yeah. You can first start just imagining that thing and noticing how it shows up in your body, and then you titrate it. You don't go over your threshold of what you can handle, and you do it in little pieces. And every time, this woman that kind of helped me learn about this said it's like initially it's like going through a briar patch, carving your way through with a butter knife, and I thought that was very accurate and very appropriate, So there you have it. That was my little whatever you want to call it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks, Mary. Appreciate it. Thanks, Jenny. Thanks, Chris. So we got about 5 minutes here. That's right, Jackie. It's very cool if you can harness it for yourself. Agent Pong says, can you talk about how you set boundaries but also get to that place you just spoke of, ease of the people who frustrate you? It's not dissimilar to this guy learning to ride this bike. There's a concept called titration, where you have this edge in your neurology and your nervous system, where if you push too far, you will go over that edge. And once you go over that edge, you're just reinforcing the pattern that you're trying to change. And it can be very delicate. Fantastic Fauna says, you have to be ready for that, though, and really trust your therapist. Exposure therapy jacked me up. You have got to find somebody who understands this to the core. Because the moment your system feels unsafe, you're doing damage. And it is so critical. And it can be really hard in the beginning to like figure out where that line is. And even later in life, I mean, the more you go through this, the more you can understand your own window of threshold. But you got to find somebody that knows what they're doing, man. And there are not, unfortunately, tons of people that know. Harry, it's called, overall, the scientific process in the brain is called neuroplasticity, rewiring the brain. But the thing that brought me to it was called a limbic system impairment, where my fight or flight was just stuck in the on position. Yeah, Cheryl, it's worth looking into because it plays a part. You know, the nervous system is so incredibly important and powerful, and it's so rarely talked about. You know, learning, every one of us is different. We all have different nervous systems. We all have different triggers. So many people are just in a state of fight or flight right now, just operating in that state. They're completely unaware. I didn't know what it felt like to not be in that state until I was in my 50s. I didn't know. I had never felt it. And it's like 50 years of that creates a lot of patterns in your brain. And it's, you know, you got to find somebody that understands the nervous system, that understands polyvagal theory. That's everything, the different nervous system states. They understand trauma, all that stuff. Just if you feel like you're working with somebody that doesn't know that stuff, then find somebody else. Period. But like I can feel my my shoulders completely locking up right now because of like there's this part of me about like being seen and being heard and sharing these things that's like terrified of being attacked or being like judged, and that's how it shows up in my body. It shows up in my neck and my shoulders. Like it's a part of me that feels threatened, it feels unsafe. Like this is not a safe thing to do. I've experienced and witnessed all the things my brother's gone through in social media, but I'm aware of it. I'm aware that this is happening. I know, and sometimes, you know, in order to do something that you want to do, this is what happens. You have to just be aware, and sometimes you pay a price and then you titrate back into it. Sometimes you go over a threshold. It's part of being human, you know. And you know, it's like I know musicians, or I know commercial photographers that do what I do, and they would get sick, like vomit, before every shoot. Like they'd have a big shoot, big crew, all this money on the line, and they would throw up every time. And they were incredibly skilled at what they did, and they knew exactly what to do. And they would have this nervous system reaction, and they would do it anyways. You know, I don't know if they knew about all this stuff, probably not. But you know, it's when you're told or not really told, but when you're trained as a kid and throughout your life that it's dangerous to share your truth or to fully show up, then you create patterns in your nervous system, in your brain, that are incredibly aware and alert that anytime you start to show up, you're under threat. So your brain and nervous system takes over and shuts it down. Like, nope, we're not doing that. So, it's, and we're all different, it shows up in so many different ways, man. It's like, it's just, I think if we taught kids about their nervous systems, if we taught kids how to regulate their nervous systems, I mean, healthy parents do that by default. If you're from a healthy home and you have parents that have healthy conditioning and healthy nervous systems, chances are you're going to have one too. But I mean, I don't know anybody who grew up like that. I'm sure there are. I've met people but I don't know anybody like that. So I think it should be something that we teach, because chances of you having that at home are pretty slim. But anyways, that's it, people. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to make a note here. Let's see. Thanks for listening. Thanks for putting up with my experiments with the videos and stuff. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff is really, as the human race, as a species, we keep creating trauma. We keep creating the thing that is going to keep us stuck. And we're really struggling as the human race. We're struggling to figure that out. And I don't know if we will. We might. I figured it out. Some people are figuring it out, but there's a lot. Just remember, when you're on TikTok and you're scrolling through all this stuff, you are viewing a minority of people. All these people that it seems like everybody wants to go to war, everybody wants to do this, everybody blah blah. It's not everybody. These people are a minority that want that. So that's why you got to step away and take a breath and get a perspective. When you come in here and you see trolls, or you go on social media and you see people doing mean things, and they're not the majority, man. It's just not the case. So don't forget that. There's a lot of good people out there. So thanks for joining. We'll be here next week. I might have a little, well, actually, I don't know if TikTok's going to let us be here next week. We'll see. Looks like my YouTube page crashed. I don't know what that's about. Anyways, thanks everybody, and we'll catch you next time.